Hello, welcome Gemini. We're going to be looking into love energies for you today. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it is the perfect time for it to resonate with you. Thanks for being here. Please click that like button and subscribe and help me get this channel flowing and moving so people can get these messages. Hope you're doing well, Gemini. Can we have energies for Gemini, please, Spirit? Okay. Oh, Ancestor of Illusion coming out. Shaman of Courage and Shaman of Tradition. Okay, interesting energies here. I have 3 moon cards for Gemini, please. 3 moon cards for Gemini. So I feel like you're kind of being tested at the moment. I feel like there's something going on that's actually a spiritual test or an initiation with this Ancestor of Illusion card. I feel like you're being guided by your oversoul, okay, to get past some kind of mindset that you're in, and pick the right path here. We've got You Are Good Enough popping out. Let's see what else. What else for Gemini? A win-win outcome is forecast. Lovely. And meditate and contemplate. Okay, yeah, I feel like your spirit guides and your ancestors kind of want you to get in touch at the moment and zone into the frequency that they're on so they can kind of download some energies to you with the Shaman of Tradition. There's definitely a path that you picked for yourself before you got here. It's a path that you're kind of probably instinctively trying to find your way onto and make sure that you're resonating at the right level, Gemini. Interesting stuff. I feel like this is all to do with your self-worth with the You Are Good Enough card. And I feel like as long as you find your courage, everything's going to be okay. But yeah, definitely meditate. Meditation is going to be really important for you at the moment. Let's clarify these cards. I do feel like relationships, yeah, we've got the 5 of Wands here. I feel like relationships are like a battleground for you spiritually. Like you picked for your romantic relationships to be a way for your soul to be tested in this lifetime. We've got the 5 of Wands. Conflict here. The 9 of Wands and the Star. Okay, interesting energy. This is almost like you've got to like deal with someone who's trying to make you feel like you're not good enough, okay? And they're trying to kind of put this illusion on you, and I feel like you having your boundaries up in the right place is definitely relevant here. Sometimes we need courage to cut off certain people who hold certain 3D social positionings, right? They think that they're sort of entitled to us or our energy. With a win-win outcome being forecast, I feel like it's going to be good for this person you're dealing with to realize that they can't control you and that you are in control of your destiny and you're the one who decides what you do and how you do it. This Shaman of Tradition is saying that you picked a path that had a deeper love attached to it, okay? So this is about you not getting pulled into any 3D relationships, I feel. I feel like your ancestors have probably got someone set up for you, okay? And I know myself from the journey I've been on, how hard it can be when all life happens in the mind, right? And we can come across someone who's got like 80% of the things we want in a partner. And it's so compelling to go down that road and follow that path. It happens, right, with a lot of karmic soulmates. But I feel like you're going to find your way here and you're going to put your boundaries up in the right places and you're going to have the courage to really stand in your own energy and fight this fight, okay? Because there's something big planned for you here, Gemini. We've got the Magician on the bottom of the deck, yeah, alongside the Ancestor of Illusion. This is, I don't want to say a battle because I don't want to make it sound like a bigger deal than it actually has to be, but it could feel like a battle for you. It could feel like a really big deal at the moment. Maybe someone's trying to make you feel insecure so that they can feel like they've got you secured. You know how people do that? You know how people like try and pull you down because they're scared that unless they do that, they could lose you? Well, I feel like you're probably dealing with someone who wasn't ever meant for you anyway. This Shaman of Tradition card keeps on pulling at me, and I feel like you've already got a soul that is destined for you, that is aligned to you, that is yours. Like, what's the word they're giving me? Picked for you, yeah, but it's more than that. It's like this person's allocated. This person's already been allocated to you, right? Okay, they're telling me this Star card is a representation of that person. Of course, they match your energy too, but this Star card has specifically come out to let you know that the person you're going to end up being with is a real shining, beautiful soul. Someone who's got a lot of divinity, a lot of honor, someone who values tradition, someone who values following universal laws, meaning they like to operate from the heart and they like to treat others how they would like to be treated, and they've evolved their mindset up to a beautiful level here. This other person over here, this magician, okay, they're on their last legs, okay? They're not going to be lasting very long because look at this, Seven of Swords. Wow, Spirit. You got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords here. So whatever game they're playing, whatever illusion they're trying to manipulate you into or hypnotize you into, you're seeing the truth of that here with this Ace of Swords, okay? You're cutting right through that. If you've been dealing with someone and you're not quite sure about them, this is a sign that they're not going to be the one for you, okay? I'm just going to put it bluntly here, because unless it's a definite yes, it's a no. Now, I know we all get insecurities and stuff, but normally, you know, when we're definitely right for someone, we just know it, okay? We always know when it's the one for us. That's not to say we won't have days where we might feel insecure, but that's separate. The insecurity or whatever, self-doubt in various ways, that's separate to you knowing if you want to be with someone, okay? We all have those days. We all have those moments where, you know, we might dip down to a 3D mindset a little bit and we might not feel our best or whatever, and it has little repercussions and it ricochets outwards. But I feel like you're cutting through this illusion. This is a sign like you are good enough for a real star. You are good enough for someone who's evolved. You are good enough, more than good enough, for someone who's really done the spiritual work. Sorry, I just knocked my table there. Someone who's really put, I'm hearing in many lifetimes, they've put a lot of time and effort into becoming the person they are. Now, I don't feel like you've met this person yet, but I feel like you've really got to hold hope, hold that courage that, you know, have faith in the universe that the right one for you, you feel it, okay? You will feel it when the person you've met is the right one for you. They're telling me to remind you or to bring up the fact that when someone is right for you, you don't get butterflies. You feel a sense of calm. Now, it could take a lot of failed relationships and a lot of suffering before we can realize how valuable that sense of peace and calm actually is, okay? Because we do like the excitement. The animal in us really loves that excitement and all the competition perhaps, or, you know, more 3D kind of things. And we run on a lot of ego, especially when we're younger. But as you evolve and as you raise your vibration, you realize the value of peace. And I feel like this is definitely going to work out beautifully for you with a win-win outcome is forecast. Forgive me when I get my words a little bit wrong. I'm still recovering from a lifetime of PTSD, which any of you who are fellow chosen ones who've had narcissists coming at you for years since you were a small kid, you'll know what I mean, okay? So bear with me. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards and I'm going to see what this future person is all about for you. Gemini, I feel like you're doing a great job. Obviously, you've sensed this. You've sensed that this person is a little bit sneaky or whatever. We've got the Seven of Swords coming out. I don't feel like this is for this current person because I wasn't really thinking. I was too busy chatting when I pulled it out. I feel like this is just another confirmation of this other person over here. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. I feel like they've set a trap for you to kind of pull you away from this person, you know? We get a lot of that divine sabotaging, all right? It's like divine intervention, but the inverse, the opposite way round, the opposite team. These people don't play for Team Godhead. These people don't play for the divine team. They play for the team that tries to pull everyone away from the divine. You could see it as a mirror, and we've got the Godhead team up here on this side of the mirror, and we've got the other team on this side of the mirror. So we literally see from opposing angles here. Yeah, this is definitely like a little trap that was supposed to take you off your path. But I feel like you syncing up with your ancestors, your higher self, okay? You can call on your higher self anytime. You can be like, higher self, what do you think of this situation? Or higher self, what path should I take? Or ask any question you feel like. And the answer may not come like immediately, but whatever you request out to the universe always flows back to you. We're in command of our path. We're totally in control of what we conjure up Okay, think of the human mind like an aerial. All right, the brain is a transmitting and receiving device, so we can send out commands and we get the information back as and when the universe can match it up with our frequency. Okay, show me the star, please. Show me the star for Gemini, please. The Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, definitely a lucky connection. I feel like this is divinely guided, and I feel like once you get your energies in place, the wheel's going to turn, and it's just going to, I'm feeling a sense of everything slotting into place at the right time, like a beautiful mechanism of the universe. And this is all about you aligning with who you truly are, okay? You matching that star energy with your own beautiful divine energy. I feel like this is something your bloodline, like your lineage, your team spiritually have chosen, is to have these beautiful traditional divine connections as a way of testing your soul. I feel like you've probably done this many lifetimes in different ways. We've got the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. Gorgeous energy. The Emperor is literally, Spirit's telling me to say top of the food chain, but that sounds a bit low vibrational. The Emperor is the top of the top. He's done his spiritual work. He's all of the kings combined together here. And I'm really loving this for you. I feel like this was always meant to happen. This was always destiny. This was always fate. And we've also got the Ace of Wands here. Lots of passion. And again, the aces are new starts. They're gifts from the universe. This person's going to have a spiritual energy that you're going to recognize when they come in. They're going to be very potent in their energies. They're going to be very noticeable. This is the sort of person you can feel their magnetic field coming at you across the room, okay? So you'll probably get like a prelude. You're probably going to get energies coming at you before you're even in the same room as this person. Like the day you meet this person, everything's going to feel different. Everything's going to have a different energy to it. You're going to see the world through a beautiful lens, and then you're going to realize as you make your way to this person, when you find this person, you're going to realize, oh wow, that's the energy I was getting this morning. That's that feeling I had that was new and fresh and beautiful. It was that person's energy coming onto my timeline. We can feel people's energies coming onto our timeline before we even meet them, like when they're on their way to us that day. It happens to psychics all the time when they're on their way to a house or somewhere where they're going to be reading the energies come to them ahead of time. And I really feel like that's what's going to be happening with you. Great sex life, Gemini, okay? The Ace of Wands is a brilliant card for a wonderful, beautiful sex life. And with the Knight of Cups here, this person's going to really be a romantic, okay? They're going to want to take you out, wine and dine you, do all those small, delicate, beautiful, thoughtful things, okay? The Knight of Cups is very thoughtful and really sees you through beautiful rose-tinted spectacles, but not in a bad way, not in a naive way. They're literally seeing you through the lens of love in a beautiful, gorgeous way. We've got the Four of Wands also here. So this could definitely be a twin flame, someone you've known in other lives, someone you actually share an oversoul with, or someone who's in your soul group. This is also about settling down, okay? Celebrations, marriage, having a beautiful, happy home. Lots of spiritual power here. Everyone on the same page, everyone singing from the same hymn sheet, and really aligning and syncing up your values together. So your two consciousnesses are going to become more than the sum of their parts. So your mind, their mind, your world is going to mix literally consciousness to consciousness and become more than the sum of its parts. This is pure wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups. This is going to fill the cups of your heart up so beautifully, but you've got to have that faith, Gemini, okay? You've got to, Spirit is telling me, meditate, okay? You've got to join up with your higher self, all right? So if anyone's trying to bring illusions or conflict or take you off your path, the best thing you can do is get into solitude. Feel comfortable getting into solitude. I know it's hard when we're in the habit of, you know, talking on the phone to people a lot of the time. They can act so haughty. They can act so annoyed with us when we won't be there in the same way they expect all the time. If you're dealing with anyone who's a bit codependent or they've got you in a pattern or routine, but you know, you're entitled to your solitude. You're entitled to your you time. All right. And in fact, I would say it's so necessary for all humans to have their alone time to meditate and stuff. Then you want to meditate, okay? You want to maybe put some frequency music on YouTube, find a specific frequency. I find the 222 works really well for me. If you type in 222 frequency music on YouTube, and then meditate, okay? Let your mind drift, focus on your breathing, and you will start downloading from your higher self. You will link up with that beautiful frequency. Your whole mindset will shift, and you will raise your consciousness up and rejoin with who you truly are. And that's the best way, that's the simplest way for us to get on the right track. We know by how we feel, and when we feel good, that's us being in alignment with who we truly are. So that's the key for you here, Gemini, okay? To get out of any of these murky, sticky, mucky illusions that someone may be trying to put on you here. I feel like there's been disappointment in the connection that you have been dealing with, or someone round about you who is, you know, causing this illusion, causing this sort of, you know, less than ideal situation. You've been very strong here. We've got the Strength card, and we've got the Seven of Wands, and again, oh, here we go. Look at all these cards. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Wands is about you being defensive. The Five of Wands is all about conflict. Then we've got you being strong against this conflict and these games that are going on here. Again, we've got the Nine of Cups. So this really is a little test, okay? And try and see it as a little test, no matter how heavy your emotions are, no matter how something feels emotionally. As alchemists of our reality, we can't necessarily let our emotions rule us when we feel, you know, fearful or stressed or anxious. We can't let those emotions rule us because they're not high frequency emotions. We need to get back into alignment through meditation, through realigning with our higher self, getting to a place that feels good, and making our decisions from a place that feels good is pivotal for us to A, create the reality that we really want to create, and B, raise the frequency for the whole planet, for the whole of Gaia. Okay, it's like we're all in, you know, a TV station, and when one person rises up, it brings the whole channel up to a better channel. So instead of being on, you know, a channel where they're playing horrible, chaotic TV programs, we can literally, through our bubbles of consciousness, lift everything up to a beautiful, literal, you know, a beautiful world, okay? And remember, the channel is your mind, and all our mind's channels join together. So I'm rambling a little bit, but hopefully you get my drift, okay? When you raise your frequency and you're living a beautiful life and you're aligning with your path, that ripples out and everyone benefits, okay? Oh, lovely energy though, Gemini. This connection that's coming in is absolutely phenomenal. Could be an air sign, okay? We've got the King of Swords here. This person's definitely going to be truthful, I feel. They're going to be very practical. They're going to be a straight talker, all right? They're going to not want to mess around, and they're not going to want to, you know, hang around doing silly things. This is a king, right? And we can often underestimate how powerful kings are. Again, you got the Emperor earlier on, but I do feel like this person could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra, or at least they're just going to be really honest with you, cut through all the crap and rubbish, and they're going to want to be on the same page as you and really genuine. I'm getting a really genuine sense from this King of Swords. They're probably going to obviously have been through things themselves and understand what you've been through with people playing games and stuff. This isn't going to be a game player, okay? This is going to be someone really, you know, who values their dignity and their divinity, and they're an honorable person. Let me grab you a Sacred Traveler card just to close off, Gemini. Okay, can I have Sacred Traveler cards for Gemini, please? Yeah, not nice the situation you've been in, definitely, with all these Seven of Swords coming out and stuff, but you've definitely had a glimpse of the truth, okay? Spirit wants me to tell you, you've glimpsed the truth. Now, it might have been for a split second, because intuition will hit you like a bolt of lightning, and we can choose to believe it when we get that message, but you'll only get that message once, all right? And it'll be sort of pinned to the notice board of your soul, and you can choose to think you're paranoid or ignore it, but I feel like you have had this bolt of intuition about this Seven of Swords, this sneaky person here, okay? And you've got a real chance to really harmonize them out of your reality. A lot of the time when we're dealing with people who haven't got our best interests at heart, all we've got to do is prioritize ourselves and tell them, listen, I need a day just doing my own thing. And normally, okay, bizarrely enough, that's enough to send ripples through their mind. Like, they can't handle that, and that's normally enough to shake them off the path, okay? It'll start a chain of events that will just sweep them out the door if they're the one that's not right for you, which definitely, if this resonates and this is for you, they're not right for you, okay, the person you're dealing with currently. And you've got a much better match coming in, a Four of Wands, an Ace of Wands, beautiful twin flame soulmate energy, pure wish fulfillment, and you're on a traditional beautiful path, okay? This person's going to treat you wonderfully and vice versa. Anyway, let me get on with this this Sacred Traveler card. I do go off on tangents. If you like or comment or sub, if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to get used to that. I'm like a quadruple Libra. I'm so airy. It's amazing how airy you can be. Right. View from above, get the big picture. So yeah, this is telling you, don't get dragged into this current 3D situation you're in, especially like if you've got like a lot of conflict and stuff and a lot of things that you just feel like aren't right. You already know. I feel like you already know, Gemini. If this reading is resonating with you, you already know, right? And this is just telling you to get the big picture, to meditate and to really see it from a broader viewpoint. See through the eyes of Source, like you're an infinite being. And the great thing about these crappy situations that we can get ourselves involved in is that they're sent to test us, all right? They're sent to us so that we can learn to not let attachments, lower vibrational attachments, rule us as much as we do get attached. And there will be moments of comfort, and there's got to be, you know, there's got to have been good bits in it or you wouldn't be in it, right? But this is testing us. Like, are you going to get attached and let that lower part of you rule, that part of you that just wants comfort? And I know how hard it is, Gemini. It's not a criticism. I promise you, I've been through all this myself. I've just literally been healing my PTSD again for the millionth time in my life, dealing with a karmic soulmate. So I totally get it. I totally get it. But this is about you having faith in the universe and having faith in your higher self and knowing what you truly deserve on a divine level. I would suggest reconnecting with that idealistic side of you, the side of you that, you know, wants to really be in a true romance, a true beautiful connection. Normally, if I've been through something heartbreaking or confusing, I'll watch things like Spartacus because I love honor in my men, all right? Or should I say my man? But I love honor, okay? I love watching things that remind me that there are honorable men who will literally fight for you, who will literally do anything for you, risk their lives for you, right? That true honor you get in films like Gladiator and Spartacus. Now, that might not be for you, but I'm just giving you examples. Watch things that will remind you of what you truly want in life. Listen to songs that will remind you of what you truly want in a relationship. I know that can be tricky. Sometimes we listen to songs and, you know, we're trying to break up with someone or whatever, and the songs can sort of re-hypnotize us into wanting them again. But I really feel like you've got your bearings here, Gemini. I feel like you're on the right path. Claim this reading. If this is you, I want to hear from you. I feel like you're doing really good and you're going to rebalance yourself out really quickly. And I really hope this reading has helped you. Focus on your wishes and dreams, Gemini. You're worth it. And again, ask your ancestors for guidance. Ask your guides for guidance. We've got so much support in the non-physical world and so much power when we link back up with our higher self. That is the secret key for you, Gemini. Now, I'm going to end the reading here. I really hope this has helped you, and I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you could give me a like, I'd really appreciate that. And I'd love and adore to have you as a subby. So, love you loads, Gemini.